morning. This is a very brief, my first short drive in the new Peugeot 208. I got this car literally for 2 hours from Peugeot Poland because I'm a juror in the Car of the Year Poland contest. So they gave me this car for like 2 hours to familiarize myself with it, and so that I can cast my vote this way or the other. So thank you, Peugeot, for taking it seriously. And now let's get to the review of not the Peugeot 208, not yet. One thing you may notice, I'm filming everything with a GoPro. This is GoPro 8. I bought myself a new GoPro 8 and I decided, hey, why not test it while I'm at it? So all the shots you see here are GoPro 8 4K 25 frames per second, reduced to HD, so my computer can actually handle it later. Anyway, now on to the Peugeot 208. It's a tiny, nice, quick little car, this one. It doesn't like to rev too much, but it's fast enough, it's quiet enough, it's agile enough, it's enough 80% of the time. The small steering wheel, not everybody likes it, but I like it. I don't have a problem with seeing over it. Some people do have a problem with that, but taller people especially. But I'm 175 centimeters tall or short, so I can kind of fit into it. It's nice and agile, soft enough to be comfortable, but at the same time theoretically sporty enough. Now my problem is that it's got a twist beam in the back, and this means that on tighter corners, faster corners, you can feel it working. Also when you're braking, you can feel the car float a bit. So if you're going to be braking on uneven surface, or if you have uneven brake or tire wear, which may happen in the future, then the car will float a bit during emergency stops. So that's a bit disconcerting. Otherwise, it's nice enough. I like the 3D digital cluster. It's a gimmick, but I like it. I hate the infotainment, like in all PSA cars, but there's Android Auto, so I don't really have to use it. It's just confusing, this infotainment system. It's practical enough. It's very tight, very small. Now, most cars these days, even in the B segment, they're becoming bigger, and Peugeot decided to keep it nice and compact. Now, because it's very nice and compact, it'll be great around the city. However, it may not be so great if you want to carry some passengers in the back. It's just about okay behind my seat. And in the boot, well, you see that a plain carry-on size suitcase doesn't really fit straight, so you have to kind of maneuver it about. But it is a small car. It is also not a very cheap car. This car, as it is spec'd here, the GT line with all the bangs and whistles, the adaptive cruise control, which comes in handy because this car is rather quiet on the motorway at motorway speeds. You've got what else? You've got lane assist, all that sort of stuff. This car costs about as much as the Skoda Scala I reviewed last week, so that is a very expensive car. However, the electric version is not as expensive. It costs about 150,000 zlotys, Polish zlotys, so converted to your currency and subtract any incentives that you may get in your market, that'll be about 35,000 euro, thereabouts. So anyway, it's not that bad, especially since you either have a Nissan Leaf, which costs about the same, or you have the Kias and the Hyundais, which cost much more. They do have bigger range, longer range, but this one, if it turns out it can do the 340 kilometers WLTP, it will be an interesting proposition as an electric car, not necessarily a petrol one. I think it's not a car people are going to buy in the base spec. It's a little jewel. It's an accessory to your lifestyle, to your look. And I think people who are going to buy this car, they're going to buy the high-spec models with the whatever claw-like lights and everything, LED lights in the front, and they will buy this car to make a statement. I'm not buying a Skoda because I need the biggest boot. I'm not buying a Volkswagen because I'm such a rational person. I'm not buying a Ford Fiesta because well, Ford Fiesta actually handles much better than this car, but it's just bland and This car, it's interesting. So people who will buy this car because it is interesting and because it is a statement, and not because they don't have money. Will they buy it? You tell me. Judging by my Instagram account, when I posted a picture of this car, there was a lot of interest, so hell, maybe you want to buy it. So let me know in the comments below. Also let me know in the comments below, how's the GoPro, how's the sound, because I'm recording straight into the GoPro mic. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow, which will be Friday, regular time, for a regular review of a car which is not this Peugeot. This Peugeot I'll probably get to test it later sometime in the spring 2020. See ya.